Welcome to Moto Smartphones channel. Without a doubt, Motorola has been one of the leading mobile phone brands of the 21st century. If you are looking for a new mobile phone, Motorola has high-quality models in all categories in 2025. Motorola smartphones have a remarkable experience in this field, adapting to current demands and trends to offer devices that not only meet but exceed the expectations of users, from rugged and durable models to models with cutting-edge technological features. 1. Motorola Razer Plus 2024. If you are buying a Motorola and money is not a big issue, then it should be a statement phone like the Razer Plus 2024. In addition to increasing processing speed and power, the phone also increases the space it takes up in your pocket. That is why the Motorola Razer Plus stands out among other modern smartphones. To be clear, this is a clamshell-style foldable phone that can transform from a compact 3.6-inch display to a spacious 6.9-inch display, depending on your needs. The phone can run a lot of apps and services, including Instagram, WhatsApp, YouTube, and games, even with its old Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 processor. Now, the external display has grown from the previous model's 2.7-inch model, so you can use the same programs without taking the phone out of its case. 2. Motorola Edge 2024. If you're looking for a smartphone in the $500 range, my first recommendation would be the Google Pixel 8a. Not your cup of tea? Motorola's 2024 Edge is a pretty good alternative. It's a little more expensive at $550, but it offers a large 6.6-inch AMOLED screen with a 144 Hz refresh rate and fast performance, thanks to the Qualcomm Snapdragon 7S Gen 2 chipset. It's not a flagship chipset, but it's good enough to deliver fast app launches and lag-free gameplay. It has all the basics of NFC, so you can make payments with your phone via Google Wallet, and it's IP68 water-resistant, so it won't break if you drop it in the pool. It supports wireless charging, has 256 gigabytes of storage, and has some pretty loud Dolby Atmos stereo speakers. Since Motorola phones go on sale so often, we recommend waiting until the Edge drops below $500. 3. Motorola Moto G84 5G. For under $300 in the US, you get a great 120 Hz display, 5G, and excellent battery life of up to 2 days of normal use. At this price point, there are the usual drawbacks, including a camera that only takes good photos during the day and a back cover that tends to collect a lot of dust. The 6.5-inch screen has good color accuracy and a full HD resolution. Plus, it's upgraded from LCD to POLED, which is great for all sorts of things like messaging, YouTube, and video calls. Since it's such a cheap phone, it's unlikely Motorola will be updating its software for much longer. That's a downside, but if you don't mind getting the latest features from these updates like you would on a more expensive phone, the G84 is a solid phone with a great design at a really solid price. 4. Motorola Moto G Stylus 5G 2024. The Moto G Stylus isn't all that different from the Moto G Power. It's just as nice with a vegan leather back, and it offers relatively smooth performance with the Qualcomm Snapdragon 6 Gen 1 chipset and 8 gigabytes of RAM. Paying $100 more than its sibling does get you a few extra perks. A stylus. You can pull it out from the bottom of the phone to jot down notes, sign documents, or just doodle when you're bored. Despite having the same 5,000 mAh capacity as the Moto G Power 2024, battery life is a bit better. There's wireless charging, a headphone jack, NFC for contactless payments, and the same-sized 6.7-inch screen. But here you'll find a superior OLED panel that delivers deeper blacks and richer colors. The screen has a 120 Hz refresh rate, just like the Moto G Power. 5. Motorola Moto G 5G Power 2024. This is the best Moto G phone Motorola has ever made. For under $300, you get a great phone with a gorgeous vegan leather-textured back that won't show fingerprints. The 6.7-inch LCD is sharp and bright, and it has a fingerprint scanner, a 3.5mm headphone jack, and even wireless charging. It's almost unheard of to see wireless charging on a sub-$400 smartphone, but here it is. Even more impressive is that this budget Moto G finally supports NFC, so you can tap to pay wherever it's supported. Motorola's latest Moto G Power is the best phone they've ever made. It doesn't feel like it costs $300. The leather backing exudes luxury and is nice and thin. The Moto G Power 2024 is powered by MediaTek's Dimensity 7020 chipset with 8 GB of RAM. There's 8 GB of RAM under the hood. The camera is solid, and the 6.7-inch LCD screen has a 120 Hz refresh rate and gets plenty bright. 6. Motorola Edge 40 Pro. The Edge 40 Pro is the best non-folding Motorola phone you can buy right now. This is a top-spec smartphone featuring a Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chipset, 12 GB of RAM, a cutting-edge and very good 165 Hz display, and a subtle yet solid design with a matte glass back cover. Its multitasking and gaming performance rivals the best that Samsung and OnePlus have to offer in their high-end phones, and it's backed up by a triple rear camera. The telephoto lens is only 2x, so it's not the best phone for long-range photography, but it's good for portraits. The 60-megapixel front camera is also quite good. Motorola also offers fast wired charging and slow wireless charging, 3 years of Android OS updates, and 4 years of security patches. That's just a year behind Samsung, and while there are a few caveats, we tend to recommend the Edge 40 Pro. 7. Motorola Edge 40 Neo. The Motorola Edge 40 Neo is a great mid-range phone. It has a cheap price tag and a premium design that's still very lightweight. Plus, it's got an IP68 rating, which is rare for a smartphone in this price range. The impressive design is paired with MediaTek's Dimensity 7030 SoC, which makes it more powerful than many similarly priced rivals. The phone packs a 50-megapixel 1.5-inch main sensor that performs well in daylight, but low-light photography isn't quite what you'd expect from a flagship phone. The only real issue with this phone is the curved screen, which causes input errors when holding the device and the promise of only 2 years of OS updates. 8. Moto G54 5G. With a great 120 Hz display, solid performance from the MediaTek Dimensity 7020, and decent battery life, it pretty much gets all the basics right. There are also some nice extras like 5G support and a 3.5mm headphone jack. With an attractive design and Motorola's usual great software, the G54 5G has a lot going for it. The camera is a big compromise here, and the slow 15-watt charging and thin speakers can be annoying at times. But for the price, the G54 5G is a very good phone, and it meets pretty much all your everyday needs. Thanks for watching. Please do subscribe to our channel.